This is Corey with Hardcore Gamer. Today we're talking Madden NFL 24. Go ahead and give them some names and what you do.
I'm Ken Boatright. Everybody's calling me Boat. I'm a technical designer.
I'm Isaac Etheridge. Guys on the team call me Spade. I'm a designer on gameplay.
All right, let's get this started. So, first off, real simple question. You guys take a bunch of stuff in community feedback to put into these games. Can you give everybody like what platforms that they could actually chime in on that you guys check?
Oh man, we are everywhere.
Is there a direct way for people to put their notes? Is it forums or is it just Reddit or is there something?
Reddit's a big one. I can't speak for everybody on the team, but because I come from a content creation background, I do sweeps of YouTube videos. I jump in Twitch streams. I get on Instagram. I'm really everywhere. I mean, I can just search the word Madden and find feedback.
So anywhere you want to put it, we'll find it.
Josh Allen is this year's cover athlete. Go into that decision to go with Josh.
I mean, he's an NFL superstar. I think he represents exactly what we feel like our gamers represent. I mean, the guy shows up, he makes big plays, his team can depend on him. I just think he's a perfect fit, man. He's an up-and-coming star in this league, and I'm a Dolphin fan, so unfortunately we see this guy twice a year, but I think he's a star.
Good. This is what it is.
It's the mantra of what this year's game is.
Yeah, I mean, with Superstar returning this year, like, the whole point is we want our player to be able to feel like a superstar, play like a superstar, and start talking about superstars, looking at the league. Josh is definitely one of the names that comes up.
What does the Madden series mean to the both of you?
Want to go first? You want me to?
It's a lot to sum up, man.
It is.
Again, like we said in the presentation a little bit, just my history, not only playing the video game, but actually playing the sport since I can remember, since I can even fathom an image in my brain. I was playing Madden, playing football, growing up, again with 12 brothers and 9 individual boys. Like, I can remember essentially playing squads before squad was a thing. Mm-hmm. When we used to play it, you play 2-on-2. Right, whoever wins, right, those two can go ahead and decide if they're going to play 1-on-1 or they're going to play another round of 2 versus 2. And so just the competitive nature in the house, and like I said, my whole career being influenced by this game, right? And it's just the actual opportunity to be able to be in this business of making Madden, it's just like a dream come true. And it's strange for me to say that because it's like,
so
I was part of a Super Bowl team.
You're saying,
you know what I mean?
So you're saying, you play the NFL, you got into football because of Madden.
Not that I just got into football because of Madden. It's the same. It's at the same time. I'm playing Madden, I'm playing football. And they just grew together. And not only that, they branched around my family because my family played football. If I'm going to go play a game and they're there to watch me, I might be going to watch one of their games. Or we get into the house, we're playing Madden. So we're just like rinse and repeating the same thing. We go to school, we play football, we play Madden. We go to school, we play football, we play Madden. It's the same process for X amount of years. To the point to where you sit down and one day you wake up and you're like, I work for Madden.
Yeah.
It is not many people get to live two dreams that are so close together. Like, and like when you fathom it, it's like there's not many areas out there. Like, the only way you're really gonna do that is you play the sport and then you make the game for the sport. You know what I mean?
Now, would you say that there's a good bit of NFL players today that follow that same mantra, that's become their life?
Playing Madden?
Madden, football, family?
I couldn't guarantee that. Everybody has their own story to tell. Mm-hmm. I can guarantee that mine was heavily linked into Madden. I mean, I can literally sit here and spew out story after story. I remember we would here at this place playing Madden this way. I remember we were here. When I was a kid, we moved over 13 times inside the same city. Like, as a family, we would get one console for the whole family. Mm-hmm. Right? You go Christmas coming around, you're going to get one console. Right? We had to get games that we all could play together.
It's attorneys all day long.
But I mean, that's all it was. Every game we got, for the most part, was multiplayer. And the source of that multiplayer was EA Sports. From NHL, I mean, I played FIFA back in the day. All of it, man, it was EA Sports since I was a kid, and then to be able to be presented with this opportunity because of my career playing football. So I got into a program with the NFL that allowed me to be in this position, right? So the work I did playing football gave me the work I'm doing now fixing Madden. Like, you can't make that up. You can't make that up.
Yeah, I don't even know if I could put it into words. I just know I've been playing Madden as long as I can remember. Madden's always been an annual buy for me. I think I could go back. I'm so old, I don't even remember the order of the consoles, but you could go back like Sega, Genesis, people. Like, I always had them. Like I said, I was a content creator. I did YouTube. I played all types of sport games, but to this day, the most watched video on my channel is a Madden video. It's a Madden 17 video. It's got almost 300,000 views on it. So it's like Madden's always just been that thing. And something that's really weird, when I started working at EA, I didn't work on Madden. I almost thought I couldn't see myself working on Madden. Like, I never fathomed. You know, I worked at EA, I worked on NBA Live, and then circumstances out of my control happened, and I landed on Madden, and I was like, oh, you know, it's that thing was like, man, like,
Just clicked.
I'm here. Like, I got here. It was definitely not the road that I envisioned, but no, it's a dream come true, for sure.
What led up to implementing the new Sapien system in terms of wanting to change the build of the players in the game?
I don't know if I could give you the best answer. Terrence would definitely be the one to give you the best answer, but I know that his eye for quality, it's legendary. So we was in another interview, and we was talking about some of the things that Terrence came over and made better through the technology that is Sapien. It was things that my untrained eye didn't even really notice. Like when he was talking about turning up the back, I thought that the way backs was supposed to look. It wasn't until he started to improve that stuff that I'm like, oh man, that looks way better. I had just gotten so accustomed to things looking away. So I think, Terrence will obviously be the best person to explain the why, but I think the impact of the changes just can be seen and felt all throughout the game.
Now, how long has this core development team been working on the series that's working on it this year?
Oh man, it varies. I mean, we've definitely got some OGs. We've got some people on it that's been on the team for 20 years. And then you've got, it's a pretty good wave of us that I think all have about 2.5 years, 2 years.
So basically, you guys are brought in with current gen game versus you guys were not working on previous gen. So the team here has basically been around since PS5 and Xbox Series launched.
Right.
Yeah. Anything you can tell me about the PC version?
It's parity. I mean, with Gen 5, not only are we Gen 5 on PC, it's also a part of the cross-platform. So it is full parity with the other consoles, the other Gen 5.
There'll be a bigger advantage with competing players based purely on height and weight as we compared to the past due to the Sapien system.
I won't say it's an advantage, but you'll see, I mean, obviously things like catch locators, obviously taller players can catch higher passes, higher jumping players can catch higher passes. But I wouldn't say that you get an unfair advantage with that. We did a lot of work this year to ensure that you can interact with those guys. You can hit them at the catch point. We've added animations where you can undercut guys. You can clip the legs of a guy that's going up high and kind of flip them. So I don't know if you get a competitive advantage because of you having a bigger or taller player, but what we wanted to ensure was that they played different. They look different and they play different. Even the type of content that they can play. So you can have a block win as a smaller offensive lineman, but the block win for a bigger offensive lineman looks different. It's not necessarily that he's going to be more dominant because he's bigger. He just should look different.
It's like more of a measure of how the things look when they happen than it is this happened because.
Okay.
Right. So it's just getting the game at a quality standard, like he was saying, with the skeletons being on point.
Right.
Seeing the difference between a receiver standing next to a heavy D lineman or a heavy offensive lineman those type of things just add up as you go through the experience of playing Madden throughout the game.
And we never we don't want size to supersede ratings. Like, ratings should be what it's about.
I mean, you can be 6'6", but you got hands from brick, like
exactly.
Kelvin Benjamin or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. No, I agree 1,000%. And that's the way we want to make sure we continue to deliver that. Our players recognize superstars, and we want superstars to play like superstars. Tyreek's not a big guy, but Tyreek is Tyreek, and he should show up and feel like, man, this guy's giving us fits.
Yeah. What aspects can we expect to improve with the running game for this year's game?
On the offensive side?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's so much. I mean, I don't want to get too long-winded, so I'm gonna say my quick piece and then I'm gonna hand it off to you. Obviously, improving the behaviors of our players was just something that we felt like we wanted to do tempo all the way around. So we started in the trenches. Both showed up and he brought his passion and he let us know how important it was for us to get that right. And he did a great job of demonstrating today how we've improved the blocking, but I think that's also why it's so important that we have adaptive AI on the defensive side, because we did improve that run game. And if we still have those defensive players sustaining their read steps forever, then that run game is going to be super OP and it's going to be unbalanced and you're going to be able to just run the ball for 1,000 yards a game. But because we did that work on the defensive side, you better be real clever about how you call in those plays, because if you find a play that you fall in love with, you're going to have success with that play to a certain extent, and then the AI is definitely going to say, okay, we know what's coming and we're going to react, we're going to adjust differently. So our plan right now is that those two marry together and we maintain some balance.
Just to add in on that, it's just the consistency of behaviors from those players. Like, we're looking for our offensive linemen to be aware of their assignment, right, and then move accordingly, giving the users the ability to use all the different mechanics we got, between the cut mechanics, the skill moves, being able to set things up, right, moving the path with confidence and understanding. I know that blocker is going to be here at this moment. I can see the defender here. I can account for the fact that he has one guy that he's going to block. There's another dude. If I set this dude up in a way and get him to move over here, I can hit a juke move back this way, spin back this way. It only works if our blockers are getting into position, allowing our running back to have that freedom of control and saying, this is where I want to go, you go do your thing, I'll make sure I get my side of it done. It just makes the stick skills that much more important when your AI teammates are saying, I'm just as good as you, let's get this thing done.
Now, on the other end of that spectrum, playing defense against the computer AI, how much are we going to see that ramped up?
So you're talking about the quarterback AI? Or
The running back AI.
Oh, you're going to see it, and especially it's going to depend on who those players are.
Yeah.
But again, we want superstar players to feel like superstar players. And I know it's a balance. We don't want to put our players in a situation where they feel like, man, there's nothing I can do. But we also want to deliver an authentic experience. And if you run up on Christian McCaffrey and he's got some open field, he's going to give you some moves. And for me, I'm the type of player that when it happens, obviously I don't want to give up the first down, but I'm always like, oh my God, bro, look at C-Mac. I'm looking at the replay.
Okay, exactly.
Look at this. And it's definitely, Bo said it was one of his favorite additions. It's just great. It's so great
so
to
crazy.
see because they play like users.
Yes.
It's really fun.
That's the thing I like about it the most. Like, again, just bringing it back to my history, like playing with my brothers all the time. Like, I like playing online. I like playing with people. Sometimes that can't happen, right? With the AI, you used to get into moments where it's just like, what's the point? He's acting so unrealistic in a way. It's like I showed in the presentation, you're just running into blockers. Like, nobody in the NFL say, hey, I got 15 yards over here. You know what? Let me go give that guy a tackle that he did not have. Right? It doesn't make any sense. But with the way the grid system is working for these running backs, like you said, you're going to go into replay. You're not going to feel like you got cheated.
Right.
Like, it's going to give you one of those moments where you're going to feel like, man, maybe one of these devs are secretly linked into my system.
Like somebody.
I used to think that in the 80s with Nintendo and Sega games. Like, I'm playing somebody else on the other end. That doesn't make any sense.
That's what it feels like. Somebody's in there messing with you. Because them boys are going wild. And not only is it the running backs, though, the quarterback AI is also linked to the grid. So when you get the Justin Fields, right, you're getting
Jalen Hurts. Oh my goodness.
Man, I had a clip the other day. Jalen Hurts is going wild on me. I had to go around the office like, yo, y'all gotta come see this. Oh man, we're going crazy, but I didn't feel bad because it looked like everything he was doing, he was using common sense. I'm gonna press the sideline a little bit. You're not gonna try to tackle me, but I'm gonna just keep getting yards. I see all this open field, I got one defender. If anything goes wrong,
I'm gonna run out of bounds.
I'm gonna run out of bounds, but I'm gonna try to move. My man hit a spin move and it was off to the race. It just looks so beautiful. It's just like, I can't get mad because everything that went wrong was on me. Didn't do anything like glitchy. It was pure skill.
And you can't get mad because it's authentic to who it is.
He's
Now,
going
if Jimmy
wrong.
Garoppolo roll up the block and bust you for 6 yards, we're gonna go talk to somebody and say, what is happening?
Right, you're gonna get people being unique to their real style. Like the way how the system is set up, like there's gonna be ratings that go ahead and dictate how much of the field this guy can actually see, how many threats he can actually, go ahead and pick up on, and then try to decipher what path he wants to go ahead and take. Right, and then with the skill moves themselves, each player, you're not gonna get a big guy that's out here dancing on people for no reason. So everything's gonna be more realistic, more unique to the position and the players playing.
Describe some of the process of picking out issues and addressing them, like the keen eye to detail, with some of the what you guys do. Like just an example, like what you guys do to pick out what stands out, what needs to be fixed.
Oh my goodness. So the one thing I'll say is we're a very passionate group. Obviously we're in Alpha and those guys are back at Tiburon working hard. So obviously we couldn't do this. True. I wish we could have the entire design team here because we have a build review once a week. We end every week because the idea is you're working, you're making changes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, we get everybody in a room and we play the game. We put 2 guys on the sticks and say play the game. And everybody have an area they own. So the blocking group is going to be looking at blocking stuff. The wide receiver DB group is watching that. The coverage guys are watching that. And then it's just hell for the person that's on the sticks because they can't play. They'll run one play and somebody will say, pause it, go back. Can you zoom in on number 57? What did he do right? All right, let me make a note. He shouldn't be doing that. And we literally do this every single week. We will play the game and call out stuff. And sometimes those conversations even get a little spicy because I'm not in the blocking group. And I might say, that looks terrible. And they might say, no, this is right. This guy should be able to do this. Well, to me, that doesn't look right. And we'll sit here and have this conversation and we'll hash it out. We might meet in the middle and say, okay, this guy should be able to do this, but maybe you're right. Maybe he shouldn't do as much. We can roll back how frequently he's able to play this animation. So, I mean, we just do it once a week, and I think it's one of the best things that we can do is because we get a chance to watch the game being played, and we get a chance to be kind of critical of our own features. And I think we all, obviously, perfection is something you can't really reach perfection, but we try. We really get in there and we go for it.
Because that's an important factor there, because we're all playing our own features, like day in and day out, you're in your own thing. Like, yeah, if I'm dealing with blocking stuff, I'm gonna sit here and do blocking stuff all day. But when we have those build reviews, it's a chance for all the pods to kind of come together and look over the entire game.
Zoom out.
Zoom out and just really be like you've been saying, with the fresh eyes, right? I've been looking at this all week. I didn't notice this little small piece here. We get to that build review. We got some really smart dudes watching. I've been here about almost 9 months, right? Again, M24 is gonna be my first cycle here. We got this guy BSR, man. Like, the dude is so smart.
Certified genius.
Okay, it's like he sits in the middle row. Like, if I got a question sometimes, I'll get to the middle row. I'll go to space like, yo, bro, I think I got to talk to BSR about this one. Right? You can just
tribal knowledge too. Been around 20 plus years.
And you can just feel, that you go down that aisle and ask BSR, he gonna find it out. He gonna figure out what's going on, what's wrong. And the thing about it, he's so smart, he might really just break it down and say, you the one that messed it up. But he's gonna give you an answer, right? And we just got guys that are just always, like, the amount of work that he does, the amount of people that know that if I can't get this figured out from him, ultimately I'm going to BSR, I'm going to Largo, I'm going to one of these guys, I'm going to Griggs, like, they're gonna figure out this problem. So, and it's great when we get into that build review, and those guys are in that meeting too, and they can put their eyes on the feature without you having to feel like I gotta go down his desk, hog his time, because I know he's working on every feature in the building. We get that build review, it's perfect.
It really is.
I feel a general consensus with people, just a general idea for people on the internet is like, this is just the right to rehash every year. And I want people to know, it's like, you guys are dedicated to it. It's about cranking this out, focusing on things that matter the most to replicate the realism, and that it needs to be duly appreciated from the fan base. And like community feedback, people might complain about shoes or something like that. That's, I mean, if you like cosmetics, that's great. The more important thing is getting the realism down. Things happen. There's a lot of working pieces together. Yeah, you might look at, okay, Madden 96. It was straightforward. Oh, it was great. It's vintage. One, you're kind of stuck on a nostalgic trip on that level, but like everything's real. There's so many complex pieces with the modern hardware that we have now that things change, things evolve. And you look at AI, and the amount of dedication you guys aren't just letting us slide by. You're staying on top of it to the best of your ability and the team's ability. And I believe from a lot of people, like I think I mentioned you earlier, it's like people make videos just to damage the series, but they do it just for clicks. It's just like, you know, these arguments you're making, like you're really digging deep for something that's negative. And I think that's a knock on you guys and everybody else as well. It bugs me, frankly. So, what is the biggest growth aspect you're looking for this year in terms of the series as a whole, pushing it forward? What is the biggest thing that you're looking to see grow from this?
For me, I'm going to put all of that towards my aspirations for Superstar. I really want Superstar to be a place for players like me. Like I said, I play everything on disc. I play online head-to-head. I play a little bit of Ultimate Team. I play squads. But I really like play a lot of modes. Like, I am terrible at FIFA, but me and my friends play pro clubs. I'm not good at NHL, but we play threes. We gotta play threes because I don't know the doggone rules. So the rules are laxed in threes, and I just want to crush people. But I grew up in Georgia, born in Atlanta, Georgia, moved here. I'm older. I got kids. My friends that I went to high school with, they have wives and kids, but our way of hanging out is now in the game. Like, this is how we bond. This is how me and my friends click. So we don't really even care what the game is. We just want to click together. We want to win. And we want to hang out, and this is how we hang out. So I would love for Superstar to grow in a way that we have a social aspect just for that player that's like me. If I got an hour free a night, I want to jump on the game. I want to party up with my friends. I want to win a few games and call it. You know, I might only have an hour, but right now, my aspirations for Superstar, I really hope that what we deliver this year is something that player really gravitates toward.
100% in agreement. The Superstar mode, the thing about Superstar, for me, outside of sports games, I'm really big into role-playing games. Right? And realistically, Superstar is a role-playing version, you know, of a sports game.
True.
Right? You see it in the 2K, you see it in FIFA. For us getting that mode back, at the way it is, right? The stuff that we had before, but with the way Superstar is going to be this year, with the 3v3, right? Obviously it's already going to encompass everything that is gameplay. With that extra twist, because there's swag and there's stuff that you can do in Superstar that you can't do in the regular gameplay. So having that mix in there, I just feel like for our fans, the ones that, you know, like you said, are into that stuff, it's going to give you a home where you'll feel like, I really don't have to go nowhere else. I won't have to go into franchise. I won't have to go into regular gameplay, head versus head. You'll just be in Superstar doing 3v3, playing that modular mode, and just be in there all day. It ain't gonna get no better than that for me.
So what was done to modernize Superstar mode since it was brought back from the past? I mean, we've had faced the franchise, but imagine in terms of bridging that gap, something old and new to modernize it. What was done to modernize that?
I think we just added features that we felt like was necessary in order for us to even call it Superstar. Bringing the combine back is important. Bringing mini games back and having midweek activities where you can choose to, instead of just doing a skills trainer, I want to go do a mini game, training for my midweek training. Adding player grading, having the various progression, having these missions that I can chase. It needed to just be more. We just added so much more content, so much more, so many things to do, so much content. Like I think it's just a tremendous amount of content that we threw on top of it.